I just want to take a couple of minutes here to talk about, in some sense, what the next steps could be for you. Megan, at the beginning, kind of welcomed you into the Mindful Schools community, kind of what we are, what we're about, and this is a kind of where do I go from here? And mostly what I want to talk about is the next step that most of you take who want to teach youth, which is Mindful Educator Essentials. There's a subset of you listening to this that are basically saying, I just want to keep practicing. That's actually, we hugely honor that instinct, and there's a bunch of things for you guys to do. But for those of you that are in this course in some way because you're at this moment where teaching youth is available to you, where you want to really get these tools in the hands of the young people you work with, I want to talk about how to do that through us. And the course, Mindful Educator Essentials, is kind of our step 2. And you could think about it really easily just in this like 3-part process. The first part is personal practice, which is what you were doing in Mindfulness Fundamentals. That's the base of everything for us and our entire philosophy. You can't really teach well from our point of view unless that's really, unless the skills are really embodied in your system. So that's the work you guys have been doing and been committed to, and that you'll keep doing. But then this next course, Mindful Educator Essentials, it's going to bring in 2 other qualities. The first quality it's going to bring in is the sense of how all these qualities that are developed in personal practice, how those begin to show up in teaching and in group facilitation. So your actual embodied presence, how that affects youth, children, adolescents, how it changes the way you run a classroom or a group. And then most importantly, like some specific exercises that really help you work on your embodiment and your ability to really help stabilize them at a much deeper, kind of more nervous system level. So we could call that the art of mindful teaching. Very important. It doesn't get a lot of lip service in these kind of trainings. That course does a pretty deep dive on it. The second thing it does, besides mindful teaching, is it really gives you a way to start doing mindfulness with kids in some very concrete and simple ways. And here I just want to flag for everyone that some of us have almost like a traumatic reaction to taking more trainings that are trying to give them curriculum, because we have this binder of curriculum on all of our shelves, and the school and Common Core, everyone's trying to kind of force us to do more curriculum. And we want to state at the outset that our philosophy or our approach to curriculum, we developed the materials we did in Oakland Unified School District, very under-resourced, a lot of complex trauma among the kids, not great support for teachers, and our exercises were designed to be simple and doable in that environment. And the idea is that no matter what you're up against as a teacher or a youth mental health professional or parent, you come out of this course with the ability to do a few simple things, and to really run those as a ritual to really get them in the fabric of your classroom. So our message to you on that is, don't be scared. It's not like some tome that you're going to have to memorize. It's like, what can I do right now? And we haven't met anybody that has taken this course that has left it not feeling like they could do something. A couple of other things. The first is that a lot of you find yourselves in environments where you have to explain mindfulness. This could be to parents, to teachers, to administrators, principals. This course gives you a lot of tools to do that, a lot of different frameworks that you can bring in to these various stakeholders that will make it easier for people to understand what you're doing and why. So that's point 1. We do a lot of assignments around that, a lot of language for you around that. And then the second point is that we do a deeper dive into research and neurobiology, just some of the underpinnings of this stuff. Again, important for stakeholders to understand that there's a research history to a lot of these programs. And finally, I would just say, kind of excitedly for us, we get to continue the journey with you. Megan, Vinny, myself, to a lesser extent Matthew, we're kind of all in these courses moving forward, and we get to keep kind of learning with you and comparing notes. So you'll hear more of our voices in Mindful Educator Essentials in a very different context than you heard in Mindfulness Fundamentals. So if that resonates for you, and kind of integrating this work with youth is your next edge, we really welcome you into that course, into kind of this continued learning pathway with us. And I think just lastly, thank you for your practice and your desire to do this work with young people. It's profound, and we want to support you in every way we can. So, see you soon.